Hello, my name is Mara, and I'm with the Seattle Theater Group, a nonprofit organization that runs the Paramount, Moore, and Neptune theaters in Seattle, Washington. Today, we will be warming up our voices and bodies, creating a character profile, and closing with a physical activity that engages our imagination. This workshop will use the book La Mariposa by Francisco Jiménez as our source material. For this session, you will need comfortable clothing and a notebook or other recording device to write or record your answers to one of our activities. You will see me working through our session standing. If at any point you would like a break or need to find a different, more comfortable position for your body, go ahead and do so. As actors, it's always a great idea to check in with your body and know how you're feeling each moment. If you find yourself wanting to modify our movement or activity in any way, go ahead and do so. Remember, you can always pause this video and come back when you're ready. Now, one of the things that I want to share with you is that the actor has 3 tools: their bodies, their voices, and their imagination. So for our warm-up, we will be doing a vocal and body ladder. Now, why do we warm up? Actors will usually do a warm-up before an event, say like an audition, their rehearsal, or even a performance. Just like an athlete will warm up before a big race or even during practice so that they don't hurt their bodies in some way. Actors do the same thing. We warm up our bodies, our voices, and even our imaginations. So, this is called the vocal ladder because we will be doing a sound and a gesture, and we'll use different parts of the body moving up, kind of like climbing the rungs of a ladder. So I will do the sound and gesture, you will do it, then we will do it together. First, sound and gesture. Zoom. Your turn. Together, zoom. Good. Belly button. Whoa. Your turn. Good. Together, whoa. Good. Next, middle of your stomach. Sha. Your turn. Together. Sha. Good. Middle of your chest. Go. And my other hand is in the middle of my back. Go. Your turn. Together. Go. Nice. Next one. Ma. Top of your chest. Your turn. Together. Ma. Good. Next one. Front of your lips. Fun. Your turn. Nice. Together. Fun. Good. In front of your mouth. Ha. Your turn. Together. Ha. Good. Middle of your cheeks. Ba. Your turn. Good. Together. Ba. Nice. Top of your cheekbones. De. Your turn. Together. De. Good. As if coming out of your eyeballs. Pay. Your turn. Good. Together. Pay. Good. Middle of your forehead. Ki. Your turn. Together. Ki. Good. From the top of your head, like a water fountain, water spout, even like a whale. Ree. Your turn. Good. Together. Ree! Nice. Let's try it from zoom all the way to ree. We'll do it together. I'll count you down from 3, 2, 1. Zoom. Whoa. Sha. Go. Ma. Fun. Ha. Ba. De. Pay. Ki. Ree. Well done. How did it feel to do your very own personal vocal ladder? Thank you for sharing that with me. Now, we're moving on to our next activity, creating a character profile. One of the very first things you do when you are given a new script or given a new role is that actors always want to know more about the character they're playing. Now, this is where the detective work comes in. This detective work usually includes looking up some details about the character and about the larger story. What we're going to do is we're going to use either the book, if you have a copy of La Mariposa, or if you're going to re-watch the recording of one of our artists reading this book out loud. Any other details that we can't find, we're going to use our imaginations. We're going to jump right into creating a character profile. And what you have to do first is that you must choose one of the characters in La Mariposa. For example, Francisco, or Curtis, or Miss Scalapino. Go ahead. Think of your character now and choose one of them to go through and create a character profile together. Remember, you can start with one character, and if you want to keep going, you can choose another character or 2 or 3. Now that you've chosen your character, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. This is where your notebook or recording or writing device is going to come in handy. Grab those now or get them ready. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want you to write or record your answers. Here we go. What is your character's name? What is your character's age? Describe your character's family. What is your character's greatest wish in the world? What is your character's greatest fear in the world? What is your character's life motto or slogan? What is a secret that your character has? What does your character say about themselves? You can be a character detective here, finding the exact words or phrases that your character uses. Write or record them now. What do other characters say about your character? Words and phrases are fine here. What gets in the way of your character getting what they want? You can also pause this video now to write down or record your answers if you need a little bit more time. feel free to look at the text again, in this case, the book or the recording of La Mariposa. Hit pause if you need that time. Otherwise, let's keep on going. Now, the next part of this activity is that we're going to think about that question that I asked you. What does your character want most right now in the world? We're going to write that sentence using this format. My character is, put your character's name, and what I want more than anything else in the world right now is to, and write a verb. What is a verb? A verb is a word that describes action. Hopefully, something that is physical or active, something like sit, stand, wave, nod. Let's try that sentence again. My name is, put in your character's name. And what I want more than anything else in the world right now is to put that verb in that describes what they want most right now. Go ahead, take another pause if you want to think about that sentence. When you're ready, press play and let's keep going. Will you share with me that sentence that you wrote about what your character wants most in this world? Great work. That is a fantastic sentence. Now, an actor will use this sentence that you have just created in determining their character's objective. What's an objective? Well, it's a fancy way of saying what their character wants most in the world, in this moment, or in this situation. That objective will help guide you as an actor in determining what your character will or won't do to get what they want. And since our jobs are to step into our character's shoes and act out, there's that word, act out, what a character might be like in a situation or moment, your objective will be your guiding star. It's really going to help you make your acting choices in a performance. Great work. Let's move on to our final activity. This is called a character biography with physical anchors. So, now that we have gone through the script, watched the recording, we've come up with our character profiles, now it's time to think even more deeply about our characters. This time, some of the questions I'll ask you, some of the details, may not be found in a script. And as a theater detective, you're going to rely on your imagination to create some of those details. So, when I say some of these questions in a few moments, what I'd like you to do is to think of your answer and then anchor that detail by lightly tapping a part of your body. Very gentle, be kind to yourself, like I mentioned. Each question and answer will be anchored to a different part of your body. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no right or wrong for this activity. I challenge you that if your answer to one question might be anchored in your elbow, maybe the next one is anchored on your knee, or maybe behind your shoulder blade. Please remember as well, if at any point you prefer to go ahead and work through this activity from a seated or otherwise more comfortable position, take the time to do so. Listen to your body. I will be working through this activity while standing. And what I'll do is I'll ask our question, and then you will see me also anchoring my details on my body somewhere. For the purposes of this activity, we're going to pick just one character to work on together. That character is Francisco, the main character of La Mariposa. After after the session, feel free to use this exercise for any other character that you'd like to, okay? So now, go ahead. Imagine or think about your character, Francisco. Take a breath in, take a breath out. What I had for breakfast was. What I had for breakfast was. My favorite food is. My favorite food is. When I put on my new red hat, I thought. When I put on my new red hat, I thought. When I was walking from my house to the bus stop, I felt. When I was walking from my house to the bus stop, I felt. When I was sitting on the school bus, I thought. When I was sitting on the school bus, I thought. When I walked into my classroom on the first day of school, I thought. When I walked into my classroom on the first day of school, I thought. I saw the caterpillar and I felt. I saw the caterpillar and I felt. My favorite part of the playground is. My favorite part of the playground is. When I first wore the green jacket, I felt. When I first wore the green jacket, I felt. The moment Curtis pushed me to the ground, I felt. The moment Curtis pushed me to the ground, I felt. When I saw the butterfly come out of its cocoon, I thought. When I saw the butterfly come out of its cocoon, I thought. When I won the drawing prize, I felt. When I won the drawing prize, I felt. Great job. If you want to pause this video and listen to those questions again and try this activity, go ahead and do so. If you're ready to move on, let's keep going. I want to know, what was it like to anchor the details that you came up with on your body? Thank you so much for sharing. Now, why would we anchor those details on our bodies? Shouldn't our memories be enough? Well, you may have heard of something called muscle memory. Usually, when people say muscle memory, it refers to some sort of activity that you do once or several times. And then the next time that you go to do it, your body remembers the muscles and the coordination needed to do that. For example, riding a bicycle or doing a cartwheel. What we are doing is that as each detail comes up, as our imaginations are working, we then anchor it to a different part of our body to not only use that muscle memory, but to also help us the next time that we have to remember those details if, say, we're playing Francisco in a play or show or rehearsal. So, in essence, you are creating a memory bank and storing it in your actor's tool, the body. Great work. Let's recap. Today, you warmed up using the vocal ladder. You became a character detective to create a character profile and determined what your character's objective is. And you created a memory bank about your character and details about that character. You give yourself a pat on the back for the amazing work you've done today. If you had fun exploring La Mariposa by Francisco Jiménez by looking at your character from inside out like we did today, you're really going to like the other videos in this series. Thank you for joining us. And if you want, you can learn more about us and our programs at www.stgpresents.org. See you next time.